Now we are going to discuss about subplot or working with multiple plots of Python Matplotlib. As I have discussed about multiple types of plots in Python Matplotlib such as bar plot, scatter plot, pie chart, area plot. Now let me show how to handle multiple plots. For example, I have to import the NumPy module also so that I can give a range of values with the help of that. And now let me implement practically, and we consider an example of showing the cos and the sine curve. So firstly we are going to give the value, so that I'm going to give with the help of the NumPy array, that is x equals to np dot a range starting from 0, 3 into np dot pi, and 0.1 is the jump. Next, y sine I am here using as a variable, and that is going to store the np dot sine of x. Whatever the values get generated in that range, it will show the value of that in y sine. Similarly, we have y cos also, and that is going to store the cos value of x. Now we need to set up a subplot grid that has a height 2 and width 1, and set up the first subplot as active. So how can we do that? We have to write plt dot subplot like this. We can do that the subplot grid is having height 2 and width 1. This is the subplot we are making. Now we are plotting the first plot which is there, that is the sine plot. So we are going to write here plt dot plot and x comma y sine, and we are going to add the title of this plot also, that is sine plot. Okay, next what we are going to do, we are going to set the second subplot as active and make the second plot. So that will be plt dot subplot, and it is also having 2 comma 1 comma 2. We are making it active, and now we are creating a plot, that is plt dot plot. The values here will be x comma y cos, and then we are going to give the title to it, and the title which I am going to give this plot as cosine plot. This is done, and now we are going to show this. So how can we do that? plt dot show. This is the complete code. Now here I want to say that you can write this 2 comma 1 without the commas also. There will be no difference, because it is just that subplot x comma y comma z or subplot xyz are the same thing. Here x indicates the row, y the columns, and z is the index of the plot. So it is not going to make any change even if you write it without the commas also. It knows the values of the index. As I execute this particular set, you can see that 2 plots are arranged in the subplot, that is the sine plot and the cosine plot. Next, what you can do, you can change the values from here. You can write here 2 also. That means you're changing the height and width. So next you can see the cosine plots get incremented and the sine plots it shrinks a bit. Similarly, you can change the values here also for setting up in the subplot like this. I can also make this value as 4. This is how subplot work in a particular plot of area. So by the end of this video, we have discussed completely about the Matplotlib libraries, and we have implemented simple plot, bar graph, pie chart, histogram, scatter plot, area plot, and lastly subplot with the help of Matplotlib library in Python.